Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel, second video of the day, and this is planned to be a wee quick roundup of the transfer stories and rumours, ins and outs from Celtic, with an update on a few of the players that have been mentioned on the channel for the last few days. There is a more detailed scouting analysis video with some scouting and video highlights of one of the players we're talking about, Arne Engels. That's currently available as of an hour or two ago on the channel, so do have a week look at that for some further depth regarding Engels, who we'll briefly mention in this video. Before we crack on with the video, please just, if you are new to the channel and like this style of video and content, please do click that subscriber button. We've got to 850, so now pushing on to 900 and then eventually 1000. Please do click the like button if you like the video, and comment section, as always, open for pleasant, polite opinions, thoughts, comments, analysis of the topics covered in the video, any other Celtic burning topics, and we can have a nice chat on the channel amongst like-minded Celtic fans. So, as I said earlier today, we put up a video profile of Arne Engels, 20-year-old Belgian under-21, currently playing in Germany in the Bundesliga. The multiple sources today are saying that he is very keen to come to Celtic as he wants Champions League experience as the next step in his career. His club, Augsburg, are happy to sell him. The asking price thought to be around about 9 million, which is a wee bit on the high side for a player of 20. However, he is on the verge of the full Belgian squad. He is thought to be one of the most promising and best young midfielders in the Bundesliga at the moment. And so if Celtic were able to sign him, that would be a big boon and bonus to the club. Some sources are saying that this is a backup in case Matarali goes. Others are saying that Celtic will be signing him on the basis of his versatility, his ability to cover attacking midfield, defensive midfield, central midfield, also to play on the right wing and also at right back. So we'll see whether that story develops faster and faster, stronger and stronger. And certainly over the last 24 hours, it does appear to be gaining a lot of traction and a lot of corroboration from transfer experts such as the Sky Sports football team. Matt O'Reilly, apparently Atalanta have entered a fifth bid, which was a few million short of Celtic's price. The deal was thought to be 21.5 million with some add-ons. It's not clear whether Celtic's price is 25 plus add-ons or a package of 30 million. There's still a lot of confusion regarding that. And also Atalanta said prior to entering this fifth bid that this would be their last bid. And so we'll have to see whether Atalanta go away this time or whether they come back yet again with another improved offer. They are on the verge of selling their Dutch midfielder Koopmeiners to Juventus for a package of 55 million, and so Atalanta clearly do have plenty of money, but don't seem at this point keen to spend over half of it on O'Reilly alone. No other teams apparently bidding for O'Reilly at the moment. Southampton have definitely pulled out. Liverpool, Chelsea and Spurs don't seem to have pushed on with their interest. Brighton were thought to have pulled out and then thought to maybe be back in the deal, but nothing formal has been entered so far by Brighton or by anybody other than Atalanta recently. No movement as yet, to the best of all my research regarding Owen Beck. The deal thought to be a basic of 3 million plus add-ons. QPR are also thought to be in the bidding, but they want Beck solely on a loan, and it's thought now that Liverpool do want to arrange a permanent sale rather than a loan, and so Celtic and Liverpool appear to be still in negotiations regarding that one. No further progress regarding the rumours of Ben Doak coming back to Celtic, either on a loan or a transfer. There has been some speculation that the Japanese midfielder Arie Endo might be made available by Liverpool as they are looking to streamline their squad and change the way they're going to play under their new manager Arne Slot. Endo would be thought to be available for around £15 million. However, his wages are said to be £70,000 per week, and he is a 31-year-old player, and so I doubt that Celtic will pursue any interest in Arie Endo, given the high transfer fee, his very high wage demands, and the fact that at 31, it would only be a short-term benefit to Celtic in most likelihood. A couple of players that Celtic were said to be looking at. Tommy Conway appears now to be on the verge of signing for Middlesbrough for an initial fee of £4.5 million, and the Peruvian free agent Renato Tapia has, it is thought, agreed a deal to go and play for another La Liga side, Lagan, having left Celta Vigo at the end of his contract a couple of months ago. There was a lot of doubt as to whether there was a real link between Renato Tapia and Celtic. However, it does appear now that both Tommy Conway and Renato Tapia have got other clubs and so will no longer be potentially coming to Celtic. One player that is being rumoured very strongly as coming to Celtic is the Dundee midfielder Luke McCowan. He was Dundee's best player last season as they managed to end up in 6th place in the league. He was in many Team of the Year selections for the Scottish Premiership last season, and he started this season very well for Dundee as well. Hibs have put in a couple of bids for him. Bolton are also thought to be in the market for him. Hibs reportedly put in a £750,000 transfer offer today, but Dundee are said to be holding out for £1 million. And it is thought that Brendan Rodgers is keen on McCowan, seeing him as a utility backup in midfield, and would also be a Scottish homegrown, home-trained player to count towards the 8 players combined we need to have in our Champions League squad for later this year. So I've put together a wee stats pack for McCowan. McCowan, currently playing for Dundee, as I was saying, 26 years old, 5'10", no international experience, no experience playing in Europe. Contract ends in end of May 2025, and so he has under a year left on his contract, and so Dundee are thought to be keen to sell him rather than losing him in the new year under a freedom of contract. Covers central midfield, right midfield, and left midfield. In 24-25, i.e. this season, 6 appearances for Dundee, 3 goals and 4 assists, so very good output for a midfielder in goals and assists so far this season. Last year, again for Dundee, 41 games, 10 goals, 5 assists, so good output for a midfielder, a goal every 4 games. And over his whole career for Dundee and previously with Ayr, 201 games, 47 goals and 29 assists. McCowan was actually a player that impressed me on a couple of occasions when Celtic did play Dundee. most especially the first game of the split. And I think he actually led Dundee very well, looked their most dangerous player, and was involved in several potential goal chances for Dundee in that game that in the end we won 2-0 thanks to James Forrest. His match rating so far for the 24-25 season at 7.7, and last season over the whole season 7.06. So both very good average ratings. Looking in a wee bit more depth into his stats, very good in terms of passing ability, especially short and medium, but also pretty capable in terms of crosses, corners, direct free kicks, and long balls. Good number of shots per game for a midfielder. Good conversion chances as well. Overall, I think Luke McCowan would be a good player for Celtic to get in. Ticks quite a number of boxes, and would provide a steady backup in the central midfield, and would bring a wee bit more experience of the Scottish game than our current young backups. And finally, just one wee more story, also relating to a Celtic midfielder, although potentially not for much longer. Daniel Kelly, who has negotiated with Millwall, a move there in the new year. When his contract ends with Celtic, Kelly turned down quite a number of very good contract offers from Celtic and has chosen to go to Millwall instead. If he goes to Millwall and starts when his contract ends at the start of 2025, Celtic would get around about 250,000 to 300,000 compensation. However, it's thought that Millwall and Celtic are in negotiations for a £500,000 fee so that Kelly can join Millwall now rather than in January for half the price. Thought initially that Millwall are not keen to spend that extra money just yet, but negotiations apparently are ongoing for Kelly to be released early to join Millwall at the start of the season rather than halfway through the season. That brings us to the end of all the news stories that have been bubbling under over the course of today and tomorrow, and so we'll finish the video there. Just a quick reminder and encouragement to click the subscribe button if you've not subscribed already. Clicking the like button does help the channel with YouTube's formulas and analytics, and to pop your comments into the comment section regarding the players we've discussed today and any other burning Celtic issues. So for today, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, a goodbye, and hail, hail.